Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and I'm so excited because today we are going to be working with the Colourpop Blue Moon palette. So it comes in this box right here, which is cute. It matches this. Shade names are on the back, and then this is what the palette looks like. Again, shade names are on the back. And the inside of the palette, it has a mirror which stands up, and it clicks into place. And the only reason why it had trouble clicking into place was because they actually put one of these in there, which my friend Sandra from Classy Cake Cosmetics does that with her palettes as well. I will link a video. I did a review on her palette if you haven't seen it. But she, when she packaged them, she also did this. And it's a really good idea because I actually dropped this palette and none of the shadows broke. And I think that it was partially because of that. So these are the shades right here. As you guys know, blue palettes have really made a surge all of a sudden, and there are tons of them, and I somehow purchased all of them. So we're going to work with this palette today to create a look. I'm going to start out by using my No Problem Prime Essence. I am liking this so far, and I'm only dripping it like this because it's easier. And as you can see, my eyes are stained. Oh, more than normal. If you haven't seen my Lisa Frank collab, I will link that up here as well. I did a Lisa, oh, I guess it does have a little bit of fragrance. Sorry about that, Bren. I told my friend Bren, I'll link her channel up here. She has a Bren's Beauty Boutique. She has a channel, and she didn't like couldn't use the No Problem, the first one, because it had fragrance in it, and I didn't think that this smelled like anything the first time I used it, but for some reason this time around I do notice it. But anyhow, I'm putting this on first because I definitely feel like it hydrates your skin. I got it in my BoxyCharm, and the few times I've used it, I really do like it. It's a very light fragrance, but it's still fragranced. Sophie, what are you crying about? She's crying. She's here, she's with me, but she's still crying. So I'm going to cover up the pink eyeshadow, or at least try to. And I also have some spots, you could see right there and there, where that is where I had the leopard print. Again, if you haven't seen that look, it'll be linked up there. But I did leopard print on my face, and I still have glitter from that look as well. It was a fun look, but it has definitely been a day of staining. I washed my face and everything and used micellar water, which usually whatever my makeup wipes and my cleanser can't get off, my micellar water can. Okay, this sponge, I just cleaned all my sponges, and I think I'm gonna have to use a brush to kind of pat this out because I'm losing some of the pigmentation. Normally I pat it in with a dry sponge. So let me use a brush today. Let's see, what brush do I want to use? Where was that one brush I just saw? I'll use this one. It's technically a highlighter brush, but it's a Juvia's Place brush. It'll be a good one to just kind of pounce that in so we don't lose any of the white pigmentation, because this pink is really trying to come through, and I don't want it to affect the blue eyeshadow and then turn my blue eyeshadow purple. So as you guys know, I did a look with the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, which I do have more looks coming up with that, and I know I'm so terrible because we're already coming up on his next launch, and I'm definitely getting that as well. So, but I do still plan to do more looks with it. So I'm gonna go in first. Let's see. Okay, so we have two really light blues. We have Moonlight and we have Starry Eyed. Let me move my BoxyCharm out of the way. I brought it over here in case I wanted to use some of the products. I didn't really do a video on it. So those are the two choices. I think I'm gonna go in with Starry Eyed. Why not? That seems to be the more pigmented one. So, oh no. What have I done? I've already gotten blue on my, that's fine. I always wipe away my eyeshadow with a makeup wipe before I do my face anyhow, so we'll just go with it. So, but yeah, I do have some more looks with the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette coming, and I'm still waiting on the Menagerie Cosmetics Whale Song palette. Once I get that, I will be doing my Battle of the Blue palettes, or my Battle of the Blues, because I'm telling you guys, it has become almost a problem how many blue palettes I have. But I was watching X Sparkage. I don't know if you guys watch her. I love her. I've been watching her since I started watching YouTube. And now I'm going in with the shade Dabadi. And I'm just kind of going over that. It's kind of like a periwinkle. I've been watching her since I started watching YouTube, and she was doing a video where she talked about, I think she calls it the good, the bad, and the boring, or something like that. And I was like, she talked about this, and I literally paused her video and went and ordered it. So it was like, I think it was the day it came out that I ordered this, because I was like, wait, what? Colourpop put out a blue palette? Because I didn't know if they were going to, because they have the Mar palette. So people were speculating that they weren't going to do a blue palette, but they did. And I'm happy that they did, because it's beautiful. So I'm going to go in with Moonlight, which is that lightest shade, the one right here that I didn't use in my crease. And I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to minify this look and put it all the way up to the brow bone, because it's light enough, I think. And blue eyeshadow will never not remind me of Mimi from Drew Carey. And if you guys remember, in a previous video I talked about how someone once was like, your look is giving me Mimi vibes. And it was actually like somebody I know personally on Facebook that said that. Oh, I think I have a piece of glitter on my lid. I had glitter in that Lisa Frank look, and I'm still picking glitter out of my hair and out of my, like, off of my skin. It's the craziest thing. So we have this going on so far. Okay, so now we have some shimmers. So we have Tide Pool, we have Billie Jean, and then we have Lumi, which Lumi is interesting to me, and I'll show you why. So that's Lumi right there. Now I have a pigment from Sugar Pill that's called Lumi that looks exactly the same. It's a white with a blue shift. And then this is Tide Pool. The blue is Tide Pool, the silver is Billie Jean. Tide Pool, Billie Jean. So I don't really know what I want to do, but let's put some glitter glue on first. Yeah, there are some. I was like, there aren't any deeper blues. No, there are totally deeper blues. I don't know what I'm thinking. This would be a good palette to do a 4th of July look with. I have a 4th of July collaboration this month, or next month, I should say. And I'm really excited about it, and I already know which palettes I'm going to be using. So I'm going to go with Lumi first, which is that one that I said reminded me of the Sugar Pill pigment. It's kind of just a very light duochrome. I don't know, it might be better to be used, no, it's turning out pretty. I was going to say as like a inner corner highlight, which it definitely would be pretty. But it is showing up enough, especially over the crease color. I'm just trying to, I'm telling you, that pink keeps trying to come through. But we're just gonna pack this on. That is really pretty. I actually think it might be prettier than the pigment I have. I don't know. Okay, and then next I'm going to go into Billie Jean. Oh, that is a very loose shade. A little bit crumbly. Just a little bit of this shade. And then I'm going to go into Tide Pool. And then we will deepen up the outer corner. This is just a Wet n Wild flat shader brush. Oh yeah. Okay, now that shade I could have put all over my lid. I might bring that into the silver because I don't really feel like the silver had much of a... I don't really want the silver in there today. And this Tide Pool shade is beautiful. Normally I don't do my eyeshadows or my eyeshadow looks like this, where I put like stuff in the crease and then kind of go up. Normally, you know, I do like light, medium, dark. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. As you guys know, I've said this in my last like 20 videos, but I've been trying to do different color placement and different color combos. I mean, this combo obviously is just going to be blue because that's what we're working with, but okay. Now I think I want to do Fine China, which is this, and then I might go in with a little bit of Clued In if I need to deepen it up anymore, but I might not need to. This is a beautiful matte cobalt blue. I think they did, just my first impressions, like I think they did an amazing job choosing what shades to put in this palette, because in a lot of the palettes recently that have come out, I've heard people say things like, oh, I wish it had a matte blue, like a darker matte blue, or like a shade to deepen up with. And I feel like this palette really has it all. Like it has, you know, the deepening shade, the brow bone highlight, matte, and shimmer, inner corner highlight. So yeah, I think I will go in with a little bit of Clued In. It's like a very dark navy blue, and I feel like it'll have the same effect as like maybe a black eyeshadow would, which I'm really happy that they included this, because you can really deepen it up and make it look like really smoky. So we're just doing this. I guess I kind of turned this into a light, medium, dark look. Sophie, I don't know why you're whining. She's like, because I'm not on your actual lap. But I think Colourpop has been doing an amazing job with these 9-pan palettes. Let me know down below if you guys have any of them, and if you do, which ones. I have the Just My Luck and this one, and that's it so far. And I'm really thinking about getting the It's My Pleasure, is that what it's called? I'm going in with a little bit more of Dabadi. The purple one, I don't own that one, but I love purple eyeshadow, and I'm thinking about ordering that one, because especially if you get them on sale, but even at $12 a piece, they're worth it. But if they're on sale, they're literally like $9 usually, which you can't beat that. I don't know. It's crazy. So there's a little bit of kick up in the pan, but not any more than usual, and I usually create fallout, so it's probably my fault anywho. But I definitely think they did a good job, and with, like I said, with all the blue palettes coming out, I think that they did a good job at being unique with their palette, and I think that it's complete in terms of there's no other shade that I would have added to this palette to make it like a complete palette that you can make a complete look from. That's my personal opinion. So I am trying to think I might do my base on camera today. I don't know. We'll just go with it. And then if I, feel like I need to cut something out, I will. But I'm going to use my Maybelline Superstay and a little bit of my Bare Minerals Pro. If you guys could have seen that, it literally just shot out at me. Okay, thanks, Bare Minerals. It just went all over my shirt. So I like to put some on my face. I have to tell you, just really quick, side note. So this e.l.f. sponge, I just washed like a million sponges. So this is the Certify one, and it's stained from the eyeshadow primer. It's stained from like an eyeshadow that I dipped it in. And I mean, it's definitely held its shape, but like out of all of the sponges that I have been using and that I washed, this one, hold on, I have a little blue eyeshadow right there. This one is the only one that has kept its complete shape, has not changed at all in texture, has maintained its like integrity. Like the Juno & Co sponge, I love the Juno & Co sponge. Like I like using it, but you can see how it's a little bit discolored. That's not just because it's that velvety texture. There are actually places where like the sponge is like almost becoming like see-through, and there's also like this mark that happened. So I just got foundation all over my fingers. But yeah, I just feel like out of all the sponges that I've purchased, and they're all different prices, like Real Techniques, I've tried Eco Tools, I've tried this one. This one is from CVS. This is their 360 Beauty. And even that one has like staining, and then it also has like a rip in it. So I'm going to have anything with a rip in it, I'm going to have to throw away eventually or soon-ish, because I don't like rips in it allow bacteria to get in there. So you don't want that. But this, Sophie, you're like laying on my pillow. It's like prime real estate. But the e.l.f. sponge, which I think was like $5 or something like that, literally has held up the best out of everything. I don't understand it. I mean, that's great, but go e.l.f. That's what I'm saying. And I bought a second one of this, so I'm happy about that. And once I get rid of this, which I don't know when to do that, because it literally looks and feels brand new. And I've been using it for foundation and for powder. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape, just a smidge. And yeah, I mean, I've had this for a few months now, and it literally looks the exact same. I don't know. It's crazy. When I use the Maybelline Superstay, I don't even feel like I really need concealer, but it's just a habit. Sometimes I forget. The past few times I haven't used concealer because it's so full coverage that, well, I think it's full coverage. I don't know. But that's what I was going to say. I've been using this not only for like foundation, but I've been using it for powder. And even though it had powder, like when I washed it, it had powder caked in there. And now I'm going in with powder again with it. But it had powder caked, and so did the Juno & Co sponge. Both of them did, because sorry, I didn't mean to shake you. I used both of them for powder, and I had kind of just started using them for that. And my goodness, it just came right out. Like, just came right out. And it was like a brand new sponge again. Whereas the Juno & Co one, not as... It didn't survive the washing as much as the e.l.f. one did. I think the Juno & Co one is actually less expensive though. I think the Juno & Co one is like $6, and the e.l.f. one might be, I don't know, $6 or $7, $8, something. It's no more than $8, but I don't know. I definitely will keep purchasing this. And this feels like a hybrid between a Real Technique sponge and the Juno & Co sponge. So, I love it. I love it. Alright, so for my bronzer and my blush, can anyone guess what I'm going to use? I've literally been using this like non-stop. Is this brush coming apart? Better not be. It is, and I have not even once washed it. This is one of my Certify brushes from my mystery box. I love this brush for bronzer. Bronzer. It's so much fun. I'm so excited about going to the Morphe store, you guys, to get my Jeffree Star stuff. I have not ever been able to get Jeffree Star in store before, and I had so much fun when I went to the Morphe store last time. And I'm gonna try to vlog it and post it. My first looks with the palette will probably go up before the vlog, but I will try to vlog. I'm really freaking out a little because so I don't know if you've seen, but if you follow Jeffree Star, you probably know that he does a lot of the openings for the stores, and the store that I go to has not had its grand opening yet. And I use it for blush too. I'm trying to see if I can hit pan on any of these things. I'm not a project panner, but I like to use my products, and I feel like blush is something that I just never get through. But and I use a lot of blush, just so you know. They give you a lot of product when you buy blush. But anyhow, back to my story. So so he opens basically like Morphe stores, right? So ours hasn't had their grand opening yet, and I don't know, I would be so excited. I'm going to use Tide Pool on the lower lash line, which is the shimmery that we have right there in the middle. If he did a grand opening at my store and I could go, oh my gosh, I'd pass out. There are very few people that I would be like that excited to meet. I think him, Shane Dawson, and Rich Lux are the three people that I might be starstruck by. I mean, I wouldn't be like, oh, you know, but I might cry. I don't know. I'd be really excited. I'd probably just stare at him and be like, my dog is named after you. I don't know. But I think it would be really cool if I saw in a video that he's like, I'm going to, you know, Tyson's Corner, Virginia to open the Morphe store. That would be amazing. Because I've seen him do it to so many other stores, and you just never think it's going to be your store. But that would be really cool. I feel like I lost some of this color on the outer portion because I wiped it away with a makeup wipe. So I'm just kind of trying to fix that a little bit. There we go. But yeah, that would be really cool. But regardless, I'm going to be there when they open on Friday. I was like, when? The 21st. You probably will see this video after that, is my guess, because I have my, so I didn't bring my Morphe spray, because I have a collab going up. I'm filming this on Wednesday, and I have a collab going up tomorrow. I'm going to use that shade Lumi as my highlighter. Oh, that's stunning. So, yeah, so you will see this probably after you see my Jeffree Star video, because I have my Jeffree Star video that I'm gonna try to post as quickly as possible. And then I have a few collabs, but you might see this sooner than later because I might be posting more than one video in a day here and there. And then I just like to take my blush brush. Did I even bring mascara? I feel like I left half of my stuff over there. Let me go grab mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. She just wanted to come and say hello because she was very upset on the bed by herself. So she wanted to let you guys know she's feeling better. Love you. Okay. Go play with your brother, who's right there. Okay, so I did blue brows, and I did my mascara off camera. So all I have left is lips. Oh, and I got my Morphe spray because honestly, I feel like I don't want to ever do my my makeup without it. I just feel like it really, I don't know, like I just feel like it really, really, really like melts my powder into my skin. So that, and I had Trader Joe's setting, or not setting spray, but rose facial toner spray. Those are the two that do that the most. So I'm using the Dirty Little Secrets. Yeah, Dirty Little Secrets Rosy Posy lip liner. I got this in my BoxyCharm. It's a beautiful color, but it is really hard. Like, it's not a smooth, like it tugs and it pulls, and I'm not a fan of that, but I like the color payoff. It's just that my lips are a little numb now. But anywho, I'm gonna go with the Lemonade Gloss from Dominique Cosmetics, or Kristen Dominique, right? Yeah. And I got the shade Peach Tea or something like that. I don't know. It's weird because there's no sticker on the bottom. Oh no, there is, but I can barely read it because, like, it, you know what I mean? The packaging is like clear-ish and the sticker is clearish. I just feel like light pink lips tend to look really pretty with a blue eyeshadow look. So let me know what you guys think. Either a nude or like a light pink is my favorite. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of the Morphe setting spray. I spray this like 3 or 4 times every time I do my makeup. So kind of missing the all blue hair, but I also just knocked everything into the sink. I also do like the different shades. I don't know, I can't make up my mind. I'm always changing my hair color, but this is my first impressions with the Blue Moon palette from Colourpop. Let me know if you guys want to see a 3 Looks 1 palette with this. I'm working on a bunch of 3 Looks 1 palettes with some of the palettes I've more recently gotten, and I would be happy to do so. But I think this has just an amazing color story. I think it has 3 shades, both matte and shimmery, that you can deepen up with. I think it has 2 options for the lid that are beautiful. I mean, you could really put any shade you want on the lid, but for me, and then a brow bone highlight plus inner corner highlight if I want it to be shimmery, and then this one if I want it to be matte, and then this would be a transition shade, or this, which, I mean, I use whatever shade as a transition. Transition shades don't have to be brown in my opinion. So yeah, I think that they did a really good job with this palette, just like they did with the Just My Luck. I'm really happy that I got it. Let me know down below, like I said, which ones you have and which ones you recommend that I get. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.